Do you love your morning coffee? You're not alone. For many of us, especially after 60, coffee isn't just a drink, it's part of the day's rhythm. The smell, the warmth of the cup, and that gentle boost of energy can feel like a small ritual of comfort. But here's something most people don't realize. Drinking coffee at the wrong time, right after certain meals, can actually do more harm than good. And it's not just about feeling jittery or losing sleep. Coffee, when paired with the wrong foods, can block important nutrients, upset your digestion, and even weaken your bones over time. Think about it. Have you ever finished a hearty lunch or dinner, poured yourself a cup of coffee, and then noticed bloating, discomfort, or that sluggish feeling that just wouldn't go away? Or maybe you've been told your iron levels are low, your bones are thinning, or your blood pressure is creeping up even though you're eating healthy foods. The hidden reason may surprise you. It could be your coffee habit, and specifically when you drink it. Now, I'm not here to take coffee away from you. In fact, studies show that coffee, enjoyed the right way, may actually protect your brain, boost your mood, and even lower the risk of certain diseases. But timing matters, and for seniors, timing matters even more. That's why today, we're going to uncover the 3 types of meals you should never follow immediately with coffee. Once you know these, you'll be able to keep your coffee routine while protecting your energy, your bones, your digestion, and even your sleep. Here's what you can expect. First, we'll talk about why coffee right after an iron-rich meal can rob your body of the very nutrients you need to fight fatigue. Then, we'll look at why coffee after a calcium-rich meal can quietly weaken your bones and raise your risk for osteoporosis. And finally, we'll explore what happens when you drink coffee after a heavy, fatty meal and how this habit can trigger heartburn, indigestion, and restless nights. Stick with me until the end, because I'll also share a simple action plan, safe times to enjoy your coffee without losing out on the nutrition your body works so hard to absorb. By the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly how to adjust your routine so your coffee helps you, not harms you. So grab your favorite mug, but hold off on filling it until we get through these important points. Let's get started. Let's begin with one of the most important nutrients for seniors: iron. Iron is what gives your blood the ability to carry oxygen. It's the reason you feel alert, energized, and steady on your feet. Without enough iron, your red blood cells can't do their job, and the result is often fatigue, weakness, or even dizziness. And here's the truth. Iron deficiency anemia is very common in people over 60. Many older adults are told by their doctors that their blood is a little low in iron. They may notice symptoms like pale skin, cold hands and feet, or that frustrating tiredness that lingers no matter how much rest they get. Naturally, the first step is to eat more iron-rich foods. Things like lean red meat, chicken, turkey, beans, lentils, and leafy greens like spinach. But here's where many people, without realizing it, make a mistake. They sit down for a healthy meal rich in iron and then they pour themselves a cup of coffee right after. It feels harmless, even comforting, yet that timing could be silently blocking your body from absorbing the very nutrients you just ate. Why? Because coffee is full of compounds called polyphenols and tannins. These are natural chemicals that give coffee its color and that familiar, slightly bitter flavor. But they also bind to iron in your food. Once they attach, your body can no longer absorb the iron. Imagine putting your food into a box and locking it. The nutrients are still there, but your body has no key to open it. The iron simply passes through your system unused. This is especially concerning as we get older. You see, our stomach acid levels tend to decline with age, which already makes it harder to absorb nutrients like iron. Add a cup of coffee right after a meal, and you've created a perfect storm. Less stomach acid plus blocked iron. That means even if you're eating the right foods, your body may not be getting the benefits. The consequences show up slowly but surely. Low iron doesn't just make you tired. It can cause hair to thin, nails to become brittle, concentration to slip, and in more severe cases, shortness of breath even with light activity. Some seniors chalk it up to just aging, but in many cases, the problem is hidden in plain sight: a coffee habit timed at the wrong moment. The solution: thankfully, is simple. You don't need to give up coffee. You don't need to skip your favorite roast. All you need to do is give your body a little breathing room. Let it absorb the iron first, and then enjoy your coffee afterward. The ideal window is about 1 to 2 hours after eating. That's enough time for your stomach to process the food and for your body to capture the iron before coffee interferes. Here's a quick example. Let's say you have a lunch of grilled chicken with spinach salad. Instead of reaching for coffee right away, you wait an hour or two. Maybe have a glass of water or a slice of fruit in between. Later in the afternoon, you sit down and savor your coffee. You've not only kept your routine, you've also given your body the best chance to hold on to the nutrients it needs. There's another trick you can use to maximize absorption. Vitamin C helps your body absorb iron more effectively. So, pairing your meal with foods like tomatoes, bell peppers, or citrus fruits can give you an extra boost. In other words, a spinach salad with some sliced oranges is far better absorbed than spinach on its own. And if you delay your coffee, you've created the perfect environment for your body to soak up that iron. This small shift in timing may seem minor, but over months and years, it can make a tremendous difference. Stronger energy, sharper focus, and fewer signs of anemia can all add up to a healthier, more vibrant life after 60. So the bottom line is this: enjoy your coffee, but don't let it rob you of the iron your body needs. Wait a little while after your iron-rich meals, and let your body take full advantage of the foods you so carefully choose. It's one of the simplest ways to protect your energy and vitality without giving up the daily comfort of your favorite brew. If iron is your energy mineral, then calcium is your strength mineral. It is the foundation of your bones and teeth, and it also plays a vital role in keeping your muscles, heart, and nerves functioning smoothly. Without enough calcium, bones become fragile, muscles cramp more easily, and small slips or bumps can turn into serious fractures. For seniors, this is especially important because bone density naturally decreases with age. That's why many doctors encourage older adults to eat more calcium-rich foods such as milk, yogurt, cheese, or leafy greens, and sometimes prescribe calcium supplements to help slow down bone loss. Every bite of calcium counts, because once your bones lose density, it becomes very difficult to rebuild. But here's something many people don't realize. If you drink coffee immediately after a calcium-rich meal or right after taking a calcium supplement, you may actually reduce how much calcium your body holds on to. The reason is caffeine. Beyond giving you energy, caffeine also changes the way your kidneys handle calcium. Instead of keeping calcium in your bloodstream long enough for your bones to absorb it, caffeine speeds up the process of flushing it out in your urine. It's almost as if you carefully deposited calcium into your body's bone bank, but coffee came along and withdrew some of it before it could be used. This effect is subtle in the short term. You won't notice weaker bones overnight, but over months and years, it can add up. Imagine pouring a small leak into a bucket. Each day you lose just a little bit of calcium. After several years, that small daily loss can leave your bones significantly thinner and more fragile. Now, think about the typical habits many seniors have. Breakfast often includes cereal with milk, oatmeal with yogurt, or even a calcium-fortified juice. Supplements are commonly taken in the morning, too, and what usually follows breakfast, that familiar, comforting cup of coffee. While this routine feels natural, it could be quietly undermining your bone health. And the risk is not just theoretical. Studies have linked high caffeine intake with increased bone loss in postmenopausal women, particularly in those with low calcium intake. That means the combination of lower absorption from age, plus coffee timing, plus already fragile bones, can become a dangerous mix. The solution, thankfully, is not complicated. It doesn't mean giving up your morning ritual or saying goodbye to coffee forever. What it means is separating calcium and coffee by at least 1 to 2 hours. That short delay allows your body to fully absorb the calcium from your meal or supplement before caffeine starts interfering. Here's a practical example. If you eat yogurt with fruit at 8 a.m., plan to enjoy your coffee around 9:30 or 10. This way, your breakfast nutrients have already done their job, and and your coffee becomes a pleasant mid-morning break rather than a nutrient thief. Another strategy is to plan your calcium intake later in the day. If you usually take supplements at night, enjoy your coffee earlier in the afternoon so the two don't overlap. By simply rearranging your routine, you can protect your bones and still keep your coffee ritual intact. And let's not forget moderation. A single cup of coffee won't wash all the calcium out of your system. The problem comes when the pattern repeats daily, with multiple cups consumed right after calcium-rich meals. Over decades, that habit can weaken your skeleton and raise the risk of hip fractures or osteoporosis. But by spacing things out and keeping your coffee intake moderate, you can continue to enjoy it safely. It's also worth pointing out that bone health is about more than just calcium. Weight-bearing exercise, vitamin D, and a balanced diet all contribute, but calcium is the cornerstone. If you're putting effort into getting enough calcium through food or supplements, it makes sense to protect that investment by not letting coffee wash it away. So here's the bottom line. Calcium is too precious to waste, especially after 60. Each glass of milk, each supplement, each bite of cheese is like adding strength to your bones. Don't let poorly timed coffee take it away. Wait a little, enjoy your brew later, and give your body the chance to absorb every bit of calcium it can. By making this small adjustment, you're not just protecting your skeleton, you're protecting your independence, your mobility, and your ability to live life fully for years to come. Strong bones mean confidence, freedom, and peace of mind. And the best part is, you can achieve this without giving up the comfort of coffee. We've talked about how coffee can interfere with iron and calcium. Now let's look at a third situation when coffee comes right after a heavy, fatty meal. Many people say, I love a cup of coffee after dinner. It helps me digest. It keeps me awake. It makes me feel less full. This is a common habit, but unfortunately, the science shows it may do more harm than good, especially as we get older. Here's why. After a large meal, say fried chicken, steak with creamy sauce, pizza, or even a rich holiday dinner, your stomach is already working overtime. Fatty foods take longer to digest, so your body needs more acid and more time to break them down. When you add coffee on top, you're adding caffeine, which stimulates even more acid production in your stomach. At first, that extra acid can feel like a boost, but what often happens is discomfort, later bloating, heartburn, indigestion, or even acid reflux. For seniors, this is particularly important because the muscle at the base of the esophagus, which keeps stomach acid from rising up, weakens with age. That means you're more likely to experience reflux when you mix heavy food with coffee. And reflux isn't just uncomfortable. Chronic reflux can damage the lining of the esophagus, affect sleep quality, and in some cases lead to more serious complications if ignored. There's another hidden problem: sleep. Many seniors already struggle with lighter, more fragmented sleep. Coffee after a heavy dinner adds 2 layers of difficulty. Caffeine can keep your brain more alert at bedtime, and indigestion can make it harder to stay comfortable through the night. The result? A restless night, less deep sleep, and more fatigue the next day. Think about how this might look in everyday life. You go out for a family dinner: pasta, garlic bread, maybe dessert. Feeling full, you order coffee to help it settle. Instead, you spend the evening feeling heavy, maybe with burning in your chest, and later toss and turn in bed. What was meant to be a small comfort turns into a source of discomfort. The solution here, too, is timing and substitution. Instead of reaching for coffee immediately after a heavy meal, try a short, light walk. Even 10 minutes of gentle movement helps your stomach process the food and reduces bloating. If you still want something warm and soothing after dinner, consider caffeine-free herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or ginger tea. These not only provide comfort but also support digestion without stimulating more acid. Another option is to shift your coffee earlier. If you know you'll have a big dinner, enjoy your coffee in the afternoon instead. That way, you still get your favorite drink, but you give your body space to handle dinner on its own. And here's something many seniors find reassuring. You don't have to cut coffee completely. To avoid discomfort, You just need to move it away from the times when your stomach is already under pressure. By keeping coffee separate from heavy, fatty meals, you'll reduce reflux, improve sleep, and make digestion easier. The benefit goes beyond comfort. Protecting your digestive system and sleep has ripple effects across your health. Good sleep supports memory, mood, and immunity. Comfortable digestion means more energy for the activities you love. These small adjustments, waiting a bit, choosing herbal tea, walking after meals add up to a lifestyle where you feel lighter, stronger, and more in control. So the bottom line is this: coffee after heavy, fatty meals is not the quick fix it seems to be. It can quietly undermine digestion, disrupt sleep, and leave you feeling worse, not better. Instead, let your body handle the meal first. Use gentle movement to help, and enjoy your coffee at a different time when it supports your energy rather than fighting against it. We've already uncovered 2 powerful lessons: why coffee right after iron-rich meals steals your energy, and why coffee right after calcium-rich meals can quietly weaken your bones. And we just talked about how coffee after heavy, fatty meals can upset digestion and even your sleep. If you're finding these insights helpful, here's a quick moment where I'd love to hear from you. Hit the like button if this has opened your eyes to something new. It really helps more seniors find this information, and it tells me that this type of content is valuable to you. And while you're at it, share your personal experience in the comments below. Do you usually drink coffee right after meals? Have you noticed feeling bloated, tired, or restless at night without knowing why? Your story might sound familiar to someone else watching, and it can make them feel less alone. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Vital Health. This is where we break down science into simple, everyday health steps that you can actually use. No complicated jargon, just clear, friendly advice to help you stay strong, active, and independent after 60. Subscribing also means you'll never miss the next video in this series. And I can promise you, the tips coming up will make it even easier to enjoy your favorite routines, coffee included, without harming your health. So let's keep going. We still have practical steps to cover, including a simple action plan you can start today to keep your coffee habit safe and enjoyable. Now that you know the 3 meals where coffee timing can cause trouble: iron-rich, calcium-rich, and heavy fatty meals, it's time to turn this knowledge into action. Because information alone doesn't change health. It's the small daily habits that make the difference. Here's a simple coffee timing blueprint for seniors. Rule 1. After iron-rich meals, wait 1-2 hours. If you've just eaten beef, chicken, beans, or spinach, give your body time to absorb the iron. Pair that meal with vitamin C-rich foods like tomatoes, peppers, or citrus to boost absorption even more. Then enjoy your coffee later in the afternoon, once your body has already done its work. Rule 2. After calcium-rich meals or supplements, wait 1-2 hours. If breakfast included milk, cheese, yogurt, or if you take a calcium pill, let your body keep that calcium before coffee comes along. A great approach is to have your calcium foods at breakfast, then enjoy your coffee mid-morning. Or, if you prefer coffee earlier, shift your calcium supplement to the evening. That way, they don't overlap. Rule 3. Avoid coffee right after heavy, fatty meals. Instead of coffee, take a gentle 10-minute walk. This helps digestion, lowers bloating, and even steadies blood sugar. If you still crave something warm, try herbal teas like ginger, peppermint, or chamomile. Then have your coffee at a time when your stomach is lighter, such as mid-afternoon. Together, these 3 simple shifts create a balanced coffee habit that protects your energy, bones, digestion, and sleep. You're not giving up coffee, you're just moving it to a better time. Another tip is to set a coffee cutoff time. For most seniors, that's around 2 p.m. Drinking coffee later in the day can interfere with sleep. Even if you think you're used to it, by keeping your coffee earlier, you'll still enjoy its benefits while protecting your rest at night. And finally, keep an eye on moderation. 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day is usually safe for most older adults. Beyond that, The risks increase: more calcium loss, more stomach acid, more jitteriness. Quality matters more than quantity, so savor your cup rather than rushing through multiple refills. The beauty of this plan is that it doesn't ask you to give up something you love. It simply reshapes when and how you drink coffee so that it fits your body's needs after 60. Think of it as aligning your coffee habit with your health goals. By following these steps, you'll enjoy the comfort of your daily brew while knowing it's supporting your vitality, not working against it. Before we wrap up, let's clear up a few common myths about coffee and seniors' health because there's a lot of confusion out there. Myth 1. Black coffee damages the heart. Not exactly. Research shows that moderate coffee intake 1 to 2 cups a day can actually be neutral or even slightly protective for heart health in most people. The key is moderation and timing. Too much coffee, or drinking it too late in the day, can raise heart rate and disturb sleep, which indirectly affects heart health. But black coffee itself is not automatically harmful. Myth 2. Decaf coffee is completely safe. Decaf has much less caffeine, but it isn't 100% caffeine-free. A small amount remains, so if you're extremely sensitive, it may still affect sleep or digestion. However, decaf is much less likely to interfere with calcium or iron absorption. That makes it a good option for seniors who want the flavor of coffee without the downsides of caffeine. Myth 3. Coffee helps digestion after heavy meals. It feels that way because caffeine stimulates stomach activity. But in reality, it can worsen acid reflux and indigestion, especially after fatty meals. A light walk or a cup of herbal tea is a healthier choice for digestion. So, coffee isn't the enemy. It just needs to be enjoyed at the right time, in the right amount. So, let's bring it all together. Coffee is not the problem. Timing is. After 60, your body needs every bit of iron, calcium, and smooth digestion it can get. That's why you should avoid coffee immediately after 3 types of meals: iron-rich meals, calcium-rich meals, and heavy, fatty meals. By waiting just a little longer, you keep your energy, protect your bones, and improve your sleep without giving up the joy of coffee. If you found this useful, please like the video, subscribe to Vital Health, and share your biggest takeaway in the comments below. Your feedback guides our next videos, and together we can make healthy living simpler, safer, and more enjoyable.